Hands, touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Oh, sweet Caroline, but times never seem so good. I'd be inclined to believe they never would. First off, I'd like to apologize to Neil Diamond and all his fans for that highly mediocre version of that. But we did experience some really good nonverbal communication there. You guys knew what to do. Congratulations. Music. Anthony Kiedis said that it's the great communicator. Bob Marley said, when it hits you, you feel no pain. We like to believe, we'll turn that on in a moment. We like to believe that music is a bridge builder. Hi, my name is Benji Rosenzweig. This is my daughter, Ellah. It's my wife, Sarah. Amazing wife, Sarah. Let me correct myself there. And my angsty teenager, Nama. I'm a commercial real estate broker here in the city of Detroit, and I'm a lover of all things Detroit, the people, the food, the music. I love the music. I'm a huge music fan, live music junkie, and I love all the normal stuff, Motown, the Grateful Dead, Phish, Umphrey, Mcgee. But we're here to talk about Ellah. And you want me to hold this? Or you want me to turn it on? We'll turn it on a bit. Ellah was born with a rare genetic mutation called Coffin-Siris Syndrome, CSS. And Coffin-Siris Syndrome causes structural defects throughout the body. The main structural defect that she has is called agenesis of the corpus callosum. Agenesis means it was never created. Corpus callosum is the main bridge that connects the right and the left side of the brain. And you've got many bridges in your brain, connecting front and back, top and bottom, right and left, but the corpus callosum is the main one. What that means for Ellah practically is that while her receptive language is 100%, so she understands what you're saying. She may choose not to listen. Her expressive language, her outgoing language is nonverbal, so she uses a series of gestures and sounds and tones to communicate. In my professional development, I was taught that effective communication consists of three things. Number one is words. Words are important, words matter, but words are only 7% of effective communication. Number two is tonality. The way that you say the things that you say is more important. It's 38%. Third is body language. So the things that are happening while you speak and what you may be doing communicate a lot of stuff. 55% of effective communication is body language. So when a guitar player does one of these, you know what they're feeling, what they're trying to emote. When Joey Tribbiani, right, the master of nonverbal communication, you probably know what he's talking about. There's no sound in this video. You know exactly what he's doing. The first time we got real good, effective nonverbal communication from Ellah, she was 3 or 4 years old. I was feeding her, and I was listening to Umphrey Mcgee in the den, and a song called The Triple Wide came on, and as the song was playing, I realized that she was playing air drums. My little Neil Peart was doing it, and this was a huge moment for me for two reasons. Number one, she gets it, right? And I realized that she got it. And number two, she was connecting with my music. This song became an anthem for her, and it became something that cheered her on, pepped her up, and really became something that was important to both of us. This video is, she had been in the hospital for 3 weeks, and we finally got our discharge paperwork. And here she is, dancing along to one of our favorite songs. I'm not gonna play the whole thing for you. The next effective communication that we got from Ellah was her taking 2 Jenga pieces and snapping them together. And she did this for a long time before we realized that she was clicking along to syllables. She watched a lot of Muppet videos, she watched a lot of Sesame Street, and Muppets talk in syllables. She picked up on that.
What I want.
Syllables are important. We were able to start the beginning of language. I've got 3 sisters, Ella's favorite aunts. When she wants to face... You're not sure? When she wants to speak with Aunt Leia, that's 3 syllables. When she wants to speak to Aunt Devora, that's 4 syllables. Aunt Miriam is a little bit more animated, and we get to go to her house a lot, so we open the hands, and we are a little bit more animated, and we say, Aunt Miriam's house. It's the same 4 syllables, but we have a language that we know the difference between this and this, speaking in syllables. Very much like her neurotypical peers, Ella was able to take the syllables and the sound and sing along with music. Pay attention to the facial expressions. They're cheering for you. If you're watching her facial expressions, you see that she gets the sound, she gets the song, she understands the lyrics. She gets the lyrics wrong, but most of us do. And that's okay. Yeah, I'm talking about you. The ability to grow and understand the music and take the theater that surrounds music is one of Ella's favorite things. She loves the theater, the facial expressions, the dance, and all that. Lizzo, Detroit's own, is one of her favorites. We have we have hundreds of hours of these videos of Ella playing and singing along. Quarantine was hard. COVID was hard for all of us. We found a silver lining in the ability to sit down and play music and learn songs together and really spend a lot of time together that I wasn't able to do pre-COVID. And on good days, we got more than just the sound, or more than just the what is it called? The syllables. Get more than just the syllables and the gestures and the dance. Sometimes we even get sounds, and that's a special day. Remember this? That giggle is one of my favorite giggles in the world. Yeah. So we're going to be hanging out at the TEDx Labs, and I invite you to come out and talk to Ella, ask her questions, and interact with her. But how do we do that outside of music? So Ella, who's basically a wizard, was able to take her gestures and sounds and tones and syllables and create a language for herself that if you pay attention, it's very intuitive. Here's a good example.
Hey Ella, are you Blanche from the Golden Girls or Mrs. Roper from Three's Company?
There's a syllable.
You're
Syllable
Blanche?
sound.
I don't know, I think you're a little Mrs. Roper-ish.
I challenged her, so she's going to show me.
You're Blanche? Okay.
It's not ASL, but it's nonverbal communication that's very effective. A few years ago, the Friendship Circle of Michigan asked me to help them with some blogging, and I was happy to oblige. And we talked about a vision statement that we created for the family, and this vision statement that I wrote for Ella was that we work to ensure that Ella has every opportunity to learn and grow so that she can have good communication skills with the people around her, meaningful relationships with the people in her life, and feel satisfied in her life. And congratulations, now you guys get to be a part of that village that does that. So what can you take home from Ella's story? Number one, ask yourself, what does my body language, my tone, my inflection communicate that my words don't, right? Am I sitting like this? Am I paying attention? Am I doing this in the middle of a word? There's a dozen TED Talks and 100 other YouTube videos about effective nonverbal communication. Number two, the music and media we consume influences our expressive language and how we communicate with other people. Think about the music that you listened to in high school and the music that you're listening to today and how that affects how you speak to people. Number three, and possibly the most important, is presumed competence. Inevitably, you are going to bump into people who have special needs, you're going to bump into people who have disabilities, and you're going to bump into people who have communication issues. Often, we overlook those people, and we don't presume confidence. Assume that their receptive language is 100%, and that they understand more than what meets the eye. Ella, want to say thank you to everybody?